Mr Barnier, the European Commission's chief Brexit negotiator, has drawn criticism from Brexiteers after holding meetings with arch-remainers, such as Clegg and Lord Adonis. On Monday, the Frenchman will receive a cross-party Westminster delegation, made up of Conservative rebels Dominic, Grieve and Soubry, and Labour's Chuka, Umunna and Chris Leslie. Mr Barnier has also held talks with Brexiteers Nigel Farage, Lord Digby Jones and Stephen Woolfe. Speaking to the BBC's Daily Politics, Jungclaussen said Mr Barnier's wide array of guests could be down to the Frenchman's lack of confidence in the British government's appointed delegates. Getty Brexit News. A German journalist questioned Michel Barnier's faith in British government negotiators. Michel Barnier, perhaps, hasn't got the strongest set of characters facing him across the table. Jungclaussen said Mr Barnier, perhaps, hasn't got the strongest set of characters facing him across the table, representing the British government, so for him to sound out the wider set of British politicians I think is very sensible. A European Commission spokesman said the latest set of MPs had things to say about the process of negotiations and were granted an audience with Mr Barnier to make the points. Mr Soubry, Conservative MP for Broxtowe, promised to tell the Frenchman the growing consensus for a sensible Brexit that puts the interests of the economy at its heart. Mr Grieve said, "It will enable me to have a better understanding of the EU's position on Britain's withdrawal." Despite being the architect of the government's only Brexit defeat, Mr Grieve dismissed claims by Labour's shadow Foreign Secretary Emily Thornberry that the government may try to overturn the amendment which forces a Commons Brexit to vote when the EU withdrawal bill returns to Parliament. Friday, December 8, 2017. Here is the 15-page Brexit deal in full, he added. There is no sign of the government attempting to do that. Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn insisted his party would not campaign for a second referendum but would continue to demand a meaningful vote in Parliament. He told ITV's Robert Peston, "We are not supporting a calling for a second referendum. What we have called for is a meaningful vote in Parliament."